Yeah, I think Arsenal's form is quite insane.
Yep.
But maybe this international break is like a momentum breaker for them also, So like if there was a time for international break, they didn't want it to come, it's now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. I am your host, Eldad, and I am joined by my fellow Kaki bro, Paul. Paul, how are you doing?
I'm good, brother. Just feeling the accumulated fatigue, especially on a Monday. It's like, you know how you made, like, when you're supposed to spend your weekend resting, but you end up, like, doing things that make you even more tired. So you eventually start the week on, like, even more tired than you were last week.
But I got a question to that, right? Is that if you do that, right, technically, is it your fault?
Will you count attending a wedding my fault?
Okay, that's something that you really can't do anything about, lah. But like the reason why I asked that, right, is because like if you know you're gonna rest, then you end up doing other stuff, right?
Then it's definitely your fault.
Then it's definitely your fault. But this one, if it's pre-planned, this is fine. But I find that sometimes you rest over the weekend, right? As much as you want to sleep, right, you will still feel tired on a Monday no matter what.
Yes. So you know what's the best solution?
What?
You either have a Monday off or you work from home on a Monday, where you can you can wake up slightly a bit later.
But the thing is, bro, not everybody has the option.
Yes. Okay. So wait, let me just ask you a question. Would you prefer working from home on Friday or working from home on Monday?
Here's the thing: I cannot work from home because I have to be outside. So to me, right,
your job requires you to be physically.
My
there,
job requires me to be at a location, so I cannot do anything. But I would rather have a off day on Monday. And the sole honest reason, right, is simply because I can just know.
Yes. And also because on Friday everybody is like looking forward to the weekend already, right?
Yes.
So it's like essentially by Friday, let's say maybe half day, they're like, okay, time to wind down for the weekend,
Correct.
Whereas on Monday you don't have to wake up so early. You can wake up like maybe 8:45.
Correct.
And then you start work at 9. Yes.
Correct. But I would rather just have a Monday off because the thing is that usually, although most of us actually currently in Singapore, right, even if you're on leave, right, you have some form of work to do. But the thing is that you're not obliged to do it.
Yep.
So I think that's the difference. Is like, okay, if I'm working from home, I have to do work. But if I'm off, I can do work if I want to, but I'm not obliged to do it. But if I do work, I do it at my own pace and what I want to do.
That's right.
So
I agree, bro.
That's one thing. But bro, I will say this lah. Days off now, right, look very different compared to when we were 21, 22, 23.
You were younger and you didn't have so much responsibilities.
I would say that you're younger, you have more energy, right? And you didn't have that many cares in the world. Like you say, no responsibilities. But speaking of which, right, this weekend, Forza Ferrari!
Finally,
yes.
They did well,
there was a bit of luck involved, but they did well. They didn't mess up. Let's just be happy that they were in a controlled position. They controlled the entire race. They didn't mess up.
Okay, honestly, right, in the Australian GP, I do feel that it was only between Red Bull and Ferrari.
Yes.
The whole weekend. Yeah, especially you can see for the qualifying. So, the moment Max went out, Checo was nowhere to be found, right? So, the two Ferraris just run away with it and control. Actually, I did wonder, right, if Leclerc was going to attack Sainz, right?
I would say yes.
At one point, he was like 0.8 behind.
No,
the gap like 0.8 seconds.
I would say yes, right? But the problem I feel, right, is that, okay, this is what I noticed, lah. Because at the start of that race, right? Okay, guys, everybody, we will just go into a bit of F1 here, just for everybody's sake, just for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, right? I feel that the reason why there's a problem, right, is because once you're stuck behind somebody, it's very hard to go because there is a lot of dirty air.
Yep.
That's why you see, right, like because Leclerc was actually very close behind Norris, right? And then Piastri was very close by, right? He cannot trap in that box. So it's like no matter how high he try, right, he cannot get past.
Yeah,
until there's a substantial gap between the car behind him, right? Then it's just the two of them in front, right? Then it's easier to go past.
But I was referring to the part where Ferrari was 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I saw there was like a 0.8 second gap between Sainz and Leclerc. So I was wondering why didn't we see more of that battle, But I do think Ferrari did tell them to back off, like whole position, just maintain this 1 and 2 and it'll be better. Because I saw 0.8, so it slowly eventually grew to like 3 to 5 seconds around there.
Could possibly be one, right? But I also feel it's because, right, like at this point in time, right, you never know when you're gonna get this maximum. Because
Yeah,
regardless
so
of
get it now
regardless,
first. Yeah.
regardless of who got the fastest lap for the extra point, right, you are gonna get maximum. Because it would
Yeah.
have been 26 and 18 or 25-19. So no matter what, right, Ferrari was going to get maximum. So I think they just say whole position. Don't try to ruin anything, right? Get this amount of points at total maximum. Because Red Bull's far behind, Max is not there.
Yeah. And if you see the standings, right, it's like Max first, Leclerc second, I think
Checo
Perez
third.
or Sainz is third, right? Checo third,
Checo
right?
third, then
Yeah,
Sainz
but
fourth.
everything is like only separated by like, I think 10 points.
Yeah, so it's very easy to close
It's
the
a
gap.
better
But,
scenario now, yeah.
yeah, but it's Red Bull, bro. I honestly think, right, like, if Verstappen didn't have that problem, right, I think Max wins the race.
Yeah, that one is more guaranteed than it's like more guaranteed than Man City winning the league, you know, that kind.
Correct, which we will talk about later because this week, right? Okay, so for everybody, hello again, welcome to the Football Kaki. Right? For this week, we only have a match of the week to do because it was the international break. England played Brazil, of course. There were some great games, but then I think to make it easier for everybody, right? There's too many international games to cover, right? If you were to do the international games, right, it would just take probably a very long one, right? But I
And
would
most
say
of it
that
is friendlies, bro.
correct. And there's no heavy like games at stake also because you can see like a lot of the players, some of them they pulled out and they were focusing on like probably more of the club games, especially the Arsenal and Man City players. So what we'll do today is we're just going to talk about the Man City versus Arsenal match of the week this week. And then of course we'll offer our match predictions for this week. So this week's episode is going to be rather short, a lot shorter than what many of you expect. But having a episode focusing on just Man City and Arsenal actually highlights the importance of this game to me. Because of a very simple reason and the fact, right, that this game will actually be crucial for Arsenal rather than Man City, I feel. Because of the fact that the run-in after this, right, for Arsenal is going to be very hard. Man City is going to be relatively easy. All of Man City games, right, they are expected to be all of them, aside from Spurs.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this game, right, bro? So, bro, you ready to get into it?
Let's go, brother. Let's do it.
All right. So, why we mean that this game is very crucial for both teams is because let's put different scenarios here on the table. If Arsenal win, they go 4 points clear. And if Liverpool win also, they go 4 points clear with Arsenal. So essentially, that creates a bit of breathing room for Arsenal. But if City win, they will leapfrog over Arsenal in the title race and they will be 1 point behind Liverpool should Liverpool beat Brighton. So all of this currently contingent on the fact whether Liverpool win. If Liverpool lose, whoever wins this game goes to the top of the table.
Yep.
So there's a lot at stake for them. Because there's a whole lot of different scenarios all of us can play out. All of us can say, oh, maybe Liverpool might do this or that, right? But the question here, right, bro, is injury is a concern. How shocked were you when Saka announced that he's actually going to pull out of the England squad?
To be honest, I only saw the news that he was injured, and a few others also got injured. But could it be because they wanted to rest more? You know,
I'm not sure though because like I saw that it was actually stated that it's just a precaution only. It's a muscle injury lah.
Okay,
So-
if it's a precaution, then their depth is more than enough for them to not like have Saka in their team lah. I do feel.
Yeah.
I think Ben White also he was injured, right? Then he didn't report for England training. And who else was England? Who else injured for England?
Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker. Yeah,
Kyle
I
Walker
don't
was
feel that maybe they feel it's not at this point of time, right? That if any international game is important, right? I think it's the Euros that is coming in after the season.
Yeah, but I feel that like with the Kyle Walker one, right? Kyle Walker was in-game injury.
Oh, then that's bad.
Yeah. So he was actually taken off against Brazil. So that one is a bit of a concern because there are no indicative reasons for like whether or not he's gonna be there, right? Like even regards to Brazil, right? Like Martinelli is not confirmed for this game because he had a cut during I think the Newcastle victory, right? Then Gabriel, the defender, right, withdrew from the Brazil squad from injury.
Wow. Okay, I do feel that injuries this year is more because of the fact that they let games run until like additional 8 to 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
So
to me.
imagine 8 to 10 minutes per game for like how many games have you played? At least 30 plus each games already this season.
Yep.
It definitely takes a toll on your body, brother. Plus
Yeah,
they play midweek, they play Saturday, they take part in so many different kind of competitions. They fly here, fly there, you know. Wow.
Yep. And
then they overload the fixtures. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody must understand, right? Arsenal squad depth is not strong. It's not a very deep squad. Like they have sufficient players in every single position, right? But if you were to ask me whether their squad depth is compared to both Liverpool and City, right? Theirs is the thinnest. It's the thinnest
I
squad
agree. Yeah.
among all of them. Lah. So
No, it's because
uh,
their rotation players are all injured.
yeah, correct.
Yeah,
So
Timber, all this, yeah.
and Timber is unfortunate because he's at the beginning of the
He
season.
plays like what his first game, is it? First game or second game, right?
First game of the season. Then immediately kena the ACL injury. It's super shacks, yeah. But Man City side, right, like aside from Kyle Walker,
I think Haaland injured, bro.
maybe I heard it's a foot injury, right? But there are rumors saying that actually he's fine. They're not letting.
Yeah, so I do feel that a lot of these players, right, like who we mentioned, Gabriel, Saka, maybe this Haaland also, they're all like precautionary injuries.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But
Maybe Walker is the one that is the most severe one.
Walker's not the most severe. Edison hasn't played a game since he got taken off against Liverpool. So that one, from what I heard, is a rumored hamstring injury, right? That is not 100% is going to return. KDB has a groin injury.
Yeah, I think KDB is like a glass cannon now,
Yeah. KDB has a groin injury, and that groin injury was like, from what we understood, right, happened during the Liverpool game. So when he played, he didn't play for Belgium, even though he joined up with the Belgian squad, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel, right? But Edison, KDB, Kyle Walker.
I think it's still fine. Bro, it's definitely fine because City has been functioning without KDB the entire season.
Yeah, that's true. The Kyle Walker one?
Yeah, okay. So, I think for their wing backs, right, they don't have a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you take Walker out now. Because they don't have Cancelo, they don't have... The only right back I can think of is Rico Lewis.
Yep. It's either Rico Lewis, right, or they have to play Nathan Ake at left at right
or they
back,
play 3 at the back.
Then
or they play 3 at
left back. Or they play 3 at the back.
Or they play Stones at right back, which they have tried before. But I do feel that it's not his strongest position.
He's better at CDM, I feel.
Yeah, CDM, like, just in front of the defender, right? Yeah.
Correct. So John Stones, actually, I do think that if you play him at right back, it's an absolute waste. To me, like, especially if the way that City change up formations is going to be tricky. But I also have this thing, right? Like, do you think they're all keeping the injury timelines to their chest? Because essentially, not revealing whether or not a player's fit, right, actually could be an advantage to you because the other team is preparing for the team without you. But the thing is,
I'm pretty sure. Okay, honestly, I'm pretty sure that both teams will prepare for their worst case. Like, they will prepare. Arsenal will prepare for City's strongest team.
Yep.
And likewise lah. But I think it's a bit of a grey area if they say it's a precautionary injury because they can say like, oh, they're not fit or they can play for this game. But if they confirm ruled out, right, then they have to give a timeline.
Yeah, I agree. That's why when you have an in-game injury like Kyle Walker, right, it's a bit tricky also. Like there's no definitive timeline. I think Saka, a lot of people are rumoring they're putting the deadline on the 31st, which is the match day itself. So there's no yes or no lah. But the thing is that Saka has got full 2 weeks of rest because he got pulled out of the England squad. Then he carried on. Same for Ben White. Same for Gabriel. So it's like it could be smart that they're purposely just deciding not to play lah.
Yeah.
But I do feel But I also do feel right, like any player who want to play for your country lah, it's a bit hard not to want to play.
Right, but these players are like they know they will get into the national team one. You get what I mean?
Yep.
It's not like those. I can only get one chance at this national team,
Yeah.
Like maybe like a Solanke or like those kind of players. Martinelli will be called out lah for sure. Over Anthony for sure lah.
That one don't need to say, bro. But moving on from the injuries, right, I think we've made it clear, right, that all of these, let's just take it, all of these things with a pinch of salt, right? Basically, aside from the Kyle Walker run, I expect all 5 of these players to play on Sunday.
Yep.
To me, that's my expectation. But Edison's one is a bit of a 50-50, right? But the Arsenal players, I expect them to play on Sunday. That's for me, lah. But for this one, right, like, in terms of overall form, I don't know whether you know this, right, bro? Like, everybody knows Arsenal's form. So Arsenal's form, right, going in their last 5 games is basically 23 goals in the last 5, 33 in the last 8. 23 goals in the last 5 is on average about 4 plus goals a game.
Yeah, I think Man United only score 37 the whole season.
Bro, Man United score less than Luton.
Yeah, 39. 39 for the whole season, yes.
Then Luton,
okay, so Luton definitely more, bro. Luton, I think, let me check. Luton is 42, bro.
Brother, we are horrible at scoring goals.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Back to Arsenal. I think Arsenal's form is quite insane.
Yep.
But maybe this international break is like a momentum breaker for them also,
Maybe.
So like if there was a time for international break, they didn't want it to come, it's now.
Yeah, because it stopped the momentum, right?
Yeah, it definitely stops the momentum. You see now their players are injured. Some of them lah. And it couldn't come at a better time for Man City. Because they drew against Liverpool, right? The previous game.
Yeah. Yeah, they drew
And
against
now they
Liverpool.
can regroup. Yeah.
They drew against Liverpool in the away game, right? But bro, here's the thing. Even though City won 3 of their last 5, right? You know how many goals they scored in the last 5 games?
I think like six or seven, I think.
7, bro. 7 goals in the last 5 games from Man City is horrible.
Yeah, but to them it's more about the result. But they didn't lose any of the last 5 games, right?
They drew 2.
Okay, yeah. But we have to say that it's because these past 5 games is really damn difficult for them, right? It's their hard run, right?
Okay, so
it is definitely their hard run because they played Man U, they played Liverpool, they played Chelsea, they played, if I'm not wrong, they played one more.
So it's
Brentford, right?
Basically it's Chelsea, Brentford, City, United,
Bournemouth
and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about there lah. So but 7 in the last 5, right? Expectations are especially like, okay, you take away Bournemouth and Everton, right? Like Bournemouth and Brentford, I think they could have gotten more than 1-0.
Yeah, but maybe like we said, like they were just approaching the tough front of the games, ma. So
Maybe lah.
To them, more importantly is the results. There's no point why you beat the opponent 1-0 or 5-0, still the same. You get what I mean?
I get what you mean. I get it. Because they are basically trying to look at maximizing points. Because I do think, right, there's no way they're gonna catch Arsenal's total goal tally immediately so fast. Because currently Arsenal has 70, right? City has 63. But the thing is that, like what we said, that was the hard run of games done already. The remainder of the season, right, the last 10
this one
is not
this
hard.
In the next game.
After this game, right, their last 10 is not hard. It's actually relatively easy, aside from maybe the Spurs game that they still have to play.
Yep.
So for them,
as compared to like Arsenal, where they still have to go to like, I think Old Trafford, right?
Yes, correct. So Arsenal's games are Luton, Brighton, Villa, Wolves, Chelsea, Spurs, Bournemouth, United.
Yeah, it's still not easy lah, for sure.
Yeah, they still have to maximize all of these 30 points, right, just to even like make sure that nobody slips up.
Yep.
To even get a chance, because Liverpool also probably are going to have a similar run in to.
The Liverpool's games, right, it's like Brighton at Anfield, Sheffield. The tough game it will be Man U, Old Trafford. Crystal Palace home. Okay, not so bad. Fulham away, Everton away, West Ham away, Spurs home, Aston Villa away, Wolves home.
Yeah, that's a hard run in. It's about
I would say like in the middle is still okay.
Yeah, it's about the same as the Arsenal run in.
Yeah, they have like maybe 3 or 4 tough games, right?
Yeah, the overlap is about almost identical. I think that they are going to be deciding. So, if let's say for example, I do feel if City win this game, I think City got a very high chance already.
They got a driving seat, right? Yeah.
They got a driving seat. They swing everything in their favor because, I will say this in the last 10 or 11, right, City's more unlikely to drop points than compared to Arsenal and Liverpool.
Which is we've been seeing like so many years already. Right?
Correct. So, but also in terms of the run-in, right, there's even a higher chance that City won't drop points because the run-in is a lot easier for them. If all of them had a similar run-in, right, then it's a different story. But then now because the run-ins are almost swaying towards City side in terms of ease, right, I think it's going to be a lot easier. So, the winner of this game, right, I do think swings everything into their advantage really. Because Arsenal need to win this game to keep a certain type of advantage going into the third run-in. If City win, right, it's advantage City, even over Liverpool.
Because that's right. Because Arsenal cannot afford to lose games,
Yeah.
Or even draw. Yeah, I would say even draw will be considered a loss for them. Yeah, but it's the good thing is it's fun to see There's a three-way run into for the title rather than just 2 teams. Yeah.
Yep. I agree. So yeah, bro, I think this is going to be an interesting game. I don't really have anything regarding this to add on more. Do you? I
would want to see both teams at their strongest.
Okay. Ideally.
Like Haaland, Saka, all this, yeah.
But we still have to see regarding the injury stuff because injuries, right, in a game this big, sometimes you just keep it close to the chest. But then again, you don't take anything for granted. Usually,
okay, but what if they draw?
If they draw, advantage Liverpool.
That's right.
Yeah, if they draw, it's advantage Liverpool because Liverpool will go
Arsenal.
Will go 4 points clear of Man City, right? Then they'll go 2 clear of Arsenal.
Yeah, that's true.
So
because that's what we said for Arsenal last week when City drew with Liverpool, right? We will say that advantage Arsenal, but then
so ideally, right, for Liverpool, right, is a draw. That's the ideal one.
They will want someone to draw, right? Yeah.
Correct, but for for Arsenal and City, right, is their own club win, right, then Liverpool lose. Yeah,
That's right. That's
so
right.
that's the advantage lah. So it comes down to basically what's going to happen, right? So now, bro, I think we are done with the preview, right? Shall we go into match predictions?
Let's do it, brother.
All right. So now for the match predictions, since last week there was no match of the week because of the international break, we're just going to give you a basic update of the current score. So previously, as it stands, right, it is currently 11-7 for Paul in the advantage, right? Because he did get the FA Cup round victory, FA Cup quarterfinal match between Manchester United and Liverpool, right? The prediction correct because in the fact that he was the one that predicted Man United would score. I didn't predict Man United score, so because Man United won, Paul wins. So currently, right, what's going to happen is that at the end of the season, we're going to tally up all of these scores, and the winner has to give the other person a minimum gift amount of $70, meaning the gift has to be valued at $70 or higher, or a dinner worth $70 or more. So currently, right, bro, you're in the lead. What's your prediction for the big game of the weekend?
I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw.
Oh, you're going neutral, ah?
Yeah.
You're going for a 2-2 draw. Oh, interesting.
Because I take into effect that Arsenal did beat City this season already.
Yep. That's true. But it is at the Etihad though. And believe, bro. You gotta believe. Are you sure you're not gonna believe?
I'm waiting to see the video again. We can get the result here.
Confirm that video gonna come out this like over the week. Or confirm that video gonna come out over the weekend. Believe. Okay, for me, right, I am going to go with. Let's just make things interesting.
City, Arsenal win or City win?
City win 2-1.
Oi!
I just have this feeling I think City's gonna win 2-1, but we shall see. The problem is I don't like all three clubs. So it's very hard for me to give a prediction like this and saying that Manchester City will win. But
you have to do.
I think City. I still think overall as a fair,
City got edge.
As the overall in a fair prediction, right? City do have an edge, and I think City is a better team. So yeah, bro. So I think that's it. You got anything else to add?
Yeah, let's see how it goes, brother.
Yes, let's see how it goes. All right, so that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki. All right, so that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Chatter Podcast Network. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you, and we hope that you continue to support us by watching our other shows, which of course include the Kopi Bros every Monday involving Paul, Milet, Brandon, and Ting Yong. This week, they have an episode called Nightmare Interpretations, where I don't know how to say it, but you interpret different nightmares that you receive, bro.
Yes.
I mean,
so
like,
apparently, yeah, it's like a main gist of it is like, why do people have nightmares? So if you dream of like, do you always have the dream that someone is like chasing you or like you free fall from the sky?
Okay, honestly, right, bro, I hardly get dreams one.
Oh, okay. I see. So maybe that's good. Means your body is really at rest. You know, you're not like your mind isn't working when you're resting.
I only have dreams of like small things, right? But then they're never really like dreams. I think they're just more like impressions. Impressions
of visions, yeah.
Impressions of visions. So it's like maybe they're just gonna be there, like it's an image of a photo right after it just subsides. So I don't really have anything to do with like heavy dreamer or nightmares or anything like that. I don't really have anything like that. So to me, it's very hard for me to like say anything like. But you, do you dream a lot?
Yeah. So when they were talking about like free falling, someone chasing you during your nightmare, in your dream, is I felt all those like I've ever felt that in my life lah. Especially when when you free fall, let's say like 20 stories. So like sometimes you will dream of like I'm falling 20 stories. Then when I hit just as about to hit the floor, right, I wake up.
You wake up. Yeah.
I
know what I mean. For me, I'm honestly, that just doesn't like apply to me because I don't really.
Yeah, I think it's just different for everyone.
Yeah. I agree. So do watch for the episode, especially if you want to hear like some interesting interpretations. But then of course, right, if you like game shows, we also do have the SG Draft podcast every Friday involving both the Kopi Bros and the Football Kaki boys coming together to draft about different topics and have fun while we do it. Last week was the worst minor injuries draft. Bro, you know what to me is the worst minor injury ever?
Minor. Okay, what constitutes minor though?
like small injuries that I won't consider
It's like injuries that inconvenience you, right?
yes, correct.
Rather than like hurt you, right?
Correct. So some of the things were like okay, like toothache or whichever like that, right? You know the one I absolutely hate the most or not, bro? You ever walk, right? Then you stub your toe onto
Oh yeah, man.
onto like the floor or something like that.
But it's not an injury, right? It's just pain for that 5 seconds. Or like
Yeah,
maybe
but
2 seconds, like 10 seconds.
correct. Like those are the worst things, right? Or like the ones where like sometimes you walk right, and there's like something sharp on the floor.
Oh yeah, they you step on it.
Then you step on it, right? Wow,
Like
bro,
a Lego, like a Lego.
that one sucks, bro. That one really absolutely sucks. Yeah, like especially if let's say it's on the floor, right, then there's something sharp, so your feet drags across it.
Well, that's it.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro, those suck, dude. Like, wow, I can imagine, right? Yeah, if you want to see the draft, right, that it was quite entertaining though. Tin Yong, our good friend dear Tin Yong, right, he was on fire. One of the funniest draft picks in the history of the SG draft, right?
Drafting. Yeah.
Wow, bro, that was funny. Yeah. If you wanna
Keep
know
an
what
eye
it
out
is,
for
right,
that.
go watch the episode, right? Or you can see the clip on
clips.
Instagram, right? But one thing is that the cool thing about SG Draft is that you get to vote for your winners. So the voting always comes out every Friday afternoon, 12 o'clock, and it ends at 12 o'clock on a Saturday. So you have the chance to vote for your winners, right? So you voted for both of us before. Both of us have won on the draft before. We hope that you continue to vote for us, like when we appear again, right? So yes, we have the SG Draft podcast every Friday. And now for everybody listening, we just want to say thank you. For those of you who have liked and subscribed, thank you for supporting this channel. And for those of you who have not, continue to just press that subscribe button on your computer right in front of you now. Just do it. Follow that whole thing. Just press the button, right? And subscribe to our channel so that we can grow this channel and then definitely put out more content for you. So from everybody here at the Chit Podcast Network and the two of us from the Football Kaki, we just want to say thank you. Look forward to the game this weekend. And of course, bye-bye.
Believe.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.